Hello, I got my information off of dreamact.info, nilc.org, and from Evelyn Nakano Glenn from her article over constructing citizenship. My purpose is to persuade people to pass the DREAM Act, and my audience is youths from 18 to about 30 years of age because that's the age that the DREAM Act covers. Every year, about 3 million students graduate high school. However, 65,000 students don't get the opportunities the others do. They get stuck in low-paying jobs. They get stuck and labeled as an illegal immigrant. But there's hope with the DREAM Act. The DREAM Act will allow them to become citizens. There's millions of people out there rallying for equal opportunities, and they call themselves the Dreamers. Current immigration laws don't recognize immigrant students, but the DREAM Act can change that, and it can even change the fates that young immigrants have in the United States today. Under current immigration laws, student immigrants can be deported at any time. They live in fear, wondering if they're going to be able to spend the next day here, the next month. They don't know, and it's not right. They're not guaranteed acceptance into any college once they graduate, unlike me. I'm the third in my class. That's the top 10%. I want to go to A&M, and I'm guaranteed to get in because they take the top 10%. But they don't get that. And on top of that, if they do get accepted anywhere, they have to pay out-of-state tuition. And they can't join the Army. Even though they're not citizens, and they get treated by dirt by a lot of people, they want to defend the people of this country, but they can't. It's even harder for them to get a license, which is not right. The DREAM Act, however, can change that. It's temporary path to citizenship for people ages 15 to 32 years of age. During the 6 years, they can't travel abroad for over 365 days in that year. They have to have 2 years of college and/or 2 years of military service. And they have to pay taxes through a number that will be given to them. It's called the individual taxpayer number. So the government will get more taxpayers. On top of that, states will be able to choose whether they want out-of-state tuition or state tuition from these student immigrants. And after the 6 years, they can apply for full citizenship. So the government's going to get more taxpayers out of the DREAM Act, and on top of that, the average future income for these people that want to further themselves will go up dramatically. However, the fate of the Dreamers without the DREAM Act is bleak and hopeless. They're faced with being day laborers. They can't further themselves at all. They're hopeless. Many of them commit suicide. They're not allowed in the Army. They're not really allowed anywhere, for that matter. And 40% of them give up and don't even graduate high school. Not one single person in the United States can say that someone in their family was never an immigrant. There was never an immigrant in their family. Even the Indians migrated over to North America over an ice bridge in the last ice age. So even they're immigrants. We're a nation of immigrants. So why are we treating immigrants so badly? Why are we telling them they can't further themselves? Because current immigration laws, that's what we're saying. I would get it if we were protecting the U.S. citizens from people just smooching off of them, from welfare and Social Security and stuff like that. But we're not. That's not the point of current immigration laws. Rick Perry once had a scheme to get elected of equal opportunity to all students. These immigrants, these young students, are students. They're people. They're children. They're someone's baby. And and they should have the equal rights, the equal opportunities of citizens, especially if they've been here since they were 5 years old. To me, that makes them as good a citizen as any.